Well, folks, buckle up. And I mean that literally, because today's headlines left me clutching my own imaginary steering wheel in disbelief. Guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. I'm happy to see you. And if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do that now. And if it's your first time you come across this channel, subscribe to the channel. Anyway, guys, I have to say that this is a reaction channel. We analyze, we criticize, we react to all different types of news. And it's mainly based on what's going on in our society, in our community. So, you know, this is a story that I had been following. And I just came across it yesterday. And I said, you know what? May have to do a reaction on this. Because, you see, justice. Justice and a favor body. You have justice and you have injustice. But which one is for the poor and which one is for the rich? And to everything you have in life, there's up there and there's down there. If it's up, it's down. If it's backward, it's forward. I don't know if you know what I mean, but there's always an opposite side of everything that we do in our life. And even it's an opposite way that the poor is being treated and the other way how the rich treated. So, well, folks, may I ask you now if you buckle down. I mean that literally. Because today's headline, it left me clutching my own imaginary steering wheel in disbelief. I can't believe this. Now, a Russian man was fined 2 million. We're talking about Jamaican million for dangerous driving that left 4 people dead. And this was a big news. So this is happened from 2022. So I know a lot of people who listen to the news because this was really big in Jamaica. And if that's not the kind of news that makes you check your seatbelt twice, I don't know what it is. The Russian man was fined $2 million for dangerous driving that left 4 people dead. Come on, man. You know, our justice system in Jamaica is as lean as the Giddy House at Port Royal. If you had not really gone to see the Giddy House, you really do not need to. Justice follow the justice system. The justice system that is lean. So, and it is not fair. The system is lean with certain people at the top and others at the bottom. Now, let's take a moment and and breathe deep and break this. Let us break this down. Now, the man name is Alexei. It kind of hard to call the Russian name. So, I'm going to pronounce it the easiest way I can. And it's Zaytezev. That's the only way I can pronounce it. So, guy, nobody describe and say me can't read, but this is a Russian name, and me pronounce it the best way me can. Unless me hear somebody who know exactly how we pronounce Kali and me can pronounce it, then me have to just maybe this is the only time me go and say it in here. Me not going to say it again. The man name is Alexei. The front name is fine, but the last one it hard to pronounce. So excuse me if me not do it. The man 53-year-old, and according to the news and when me understand, it's like either him working, he's from Russia and working in Jamaica, or him on some vacation at Jamaica. Me not sure which one. And him find himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. And unfortunately, on the wrong side of the law. Now, after a tragic crash in a 2022 that claimed the lives of four innocent passengers, the victims all from Seaview Gardens in a Kingston. You know Seaview Gardens, People them a try help themselves, them a struggle. So them no have much talk, as me tell you. Say the laws. Justice is like the Giddy House at Port Royal. So if you know the Giddy House, you will know what me I talk about. And if you don't know the Giddy House, just check with the law. Now, this man killed 4 people from one place, and then range from the age of 18 to 54. And I believe either two of them or three of them from the same family. And their stories, their hopes, their future suddenly cut short in what should have been a routine ride. Now, you might be asking, and this is where me can't get it, what is the cost of such a tragedy? There's no money that can compensate for that. But there's a lot of insults that can come from that. Well, apparently, it's a hefty 2 million Jamaican dollars, which is roughly 13,000 US dollars for those doing the mental math, or as I would like to call it, the price of modest used sedan. No, the $13,000. Could that have buried one person there? So all they calculate here is how much the funeral costs. How much the funeral was such a big insult. And for those doing the mental math, as me say, about 13,000 Jamaican dollars. The price of a modest used sedan. The man was slapped with a fine of 500,000 per fatality, and that's $500,000 for each of the 4 lives lost. And here's the kicker. He has a week to pay up or face 3 months behind bars, in which seems like a rather lenient punishment considering the gravity of the incident. 13,000 US dollars. Believe me, even people from Seaview, say it's an area that is poor. People could have did go round to their neighbor and they would have come up with 13,000 US dollars. That is what them paying for the 4 lives, 13,000 each. And let us pause and ask ourselves, is this truly justice, or did someone miss a zero? Did they miss a zero? No, they must have missed a zero because nothing can go so. Or there's a misprint. I mean, if Monopoly ever needs a new luxury tax card, Jamaica's got a template ready to go. 4 lives lost, and the maximum penalty is 3 months in a prison. That's not so much hard time as extended spring cleaning. It's as if the legal system is saying, well, you caused a tragedy, but hey, it's only a few months. Vacation on the state's dime. But wait, there's more nuisance here. The man's attorney, the distinguished King's Counsel Peter Champagne, even if you don't live in Jamaica, you know the name, the Peter Champagne. And yes, with a name that sounds like it should be ordering caviar and a yacht, has pleaded for leniency. Some relatives of the victim, surprisingly enough, don't want to see the foreign driver in prison. You see how people fool. And you know one of the main reasons why they don't want him to be in prison? Because he's a white man. Me was talking to somebody, and I don't know why people pray to white people so. They don't, the same relatives them. No one see him go to prison. And it look like the $500,000 they don't understand, say, that I don't know money. It can't bring back lives. They are opting for civil cases instead. And in this breath, they're very licky. And in a sense too, you can understand. Because some of them, not all of them, some of them realize that $500,000 is a slap in the face. But you know the laws of Jamaica. They better take the $500,000 and run. Because they might not get anything. And now the insurance company, which suddenly seems to be everyone's best friend, has expressed willingness to settle claims for compensation. And the man himself has expressed genuine remorse with no previous run-ins with the law. In a sense too, if we must not be selfish, if we don't want to be selfish, what if it was a Jamaican in a foreign country and this happened to them? We would have want them to be treated lightly, and me call this unfairly because this is unfair to the people them, the survivors them, or the family. And then on the other hand, because he's a foreigner and he's a white man, him get off light. And that is not fair neither. No, I want to be clear. There's nothing funny about tragic loss, and genuine remorse is important. But it's hard not to raise an eyebrow when the consequences for dangerous driving that result in 4 deaths seem lighter than what some people get for unpaid parking tickets in our country. It makes you wonder, is justice really served here? Or are we just watching a case of cash and dash? So let me give you my 2 cents, delivered with a dash of gallows humor and a full tank of respect for the victims and their families. If you are driving, especially on foreign roads, slow down, because the legal system might not. Remember, the rules are written differently across borders, but the risks are universal. And this is why some people, it's best if them go to a country on vacation. Them know the rules of the road, because the rules are universal, but at the same time they are different. If you're a judge, maybe double check the calculator before handing out fines that could be paid with a few well-timed pennies, because sometimes the numbers don't quite add up. And this is what happened in this case. The number don't add up. If you look at it, the number do not add up. And if you are ever tempted to text and drive, remember, the real cost is never measured in dollars, but in lives forever altered. That little distraction can turn a routine trip into a tragedy. Now, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Was justice served here, or was this just another case of cash and dash? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and please drive safe out there, because while insurance can pay for a taxi, it simply cannot buy back a life. Stay alert, stay safe, and let's hope that justice, in whatever form, truly prevails. And I will see you back here in my next video.